best 11 from the World Cup each group. But we're only managing to do one today, okay? So Group A, okay, with Ecuador, Qatar, Senegal, and the Netherlands. We're going to do the best lineup of Group A. So you want to get it started?
I mean, I feel like goalkeeper is pretty unanimous, right?
Let's see, Mendy.
Okay. All right, let's say it at the same time. Who is your goalkeeper in Group A, best 11?
My goalkeeper, Edward Mendy. Exactly.
Okay.
Edward Mendy. Edward Mendy is the goalkeeper choice. Yes.
And that's even with those odd decisions and the kind of howler he had the other day that Chelsea obviously bounced back from. I mean, I'm pretty sure you and I were having a tough time even naming the Dutch goalkeepers. A lot of them are still injured. A lot of them aren't playing a lot, which is weird, right? Who was the one that you mentioned that I looked up?
Jesper.
Yeah, he's barely been playing these days. I don't know. Has he been injured?
He was a Wonderkid at the time too. Like I know he got a tough injury. Yeah, it's true. Skettenberg was a guy too. Like they kind of he kind of fixed the problem after Van der Sar, but
right.
I get you. But Mendy is our choice for the best goalkeeper in Group A. Now, my left back, I had to do a bit of digging, and I'm going to pick a player for Senegal. That is Salius Cisse. That, for me, I think is the best left back at Group A. Is it your choice too?
No, it's not my choice because I really like Pervis Estupinan, and I'm getting his name wrong, for Ecuador. I'm a big fan. I mean, I could have put Daley Blind there, right? Because he has played left wing back, I believe, for the Dutch, and just like he has for Ajax as well.
True.
But Estupinan, he was the starting left back for Villarreal in their 1-0 win versus Bayern recently. No, I like him. He's progressive. I mean, he's still working through kind of. Well, you might remember he was a signing, I believe, or maybe was that Oscar? I think he was the signing for Watford, and then he was loaned out to La Liga for like several years, and now he's made it his own in Villarreal. They have turned him into one hell of a left back. Can dribble, can get into the attack. His defense is improving, but I really like him on that left side for Ecuador. The only weird thing is that he hadn't really, and I don't know why. So if we have any Ecuadorian followers, I'd love to know why Estupinan has not necessarily been like always the left back of choice. And I don't think it's because he isn't the best left back in Ecuador. I think it might be for other reasons. So I'd love to know why, but I haven't been able to find that answer. So yeah, Pervis Estupinan is my left back.
Okay, now 2 center backs. I'll say it. I believe we're gonna have the same choices, but a lot of shout outs to do for the center backs. And Virgil van Dijk is one of them for Netherlands, and the other one is Koulibaly for Senegal. But I wanted to almost pick like for Ecuador Hincapie, that he's performing really well for Leverkusen, or De Ligt or Timber. I was like, why can't I put just Virgil van Dijk next to De Ligt or Timber? So
yeah, I mean, those are all the shouts that I had as well. But Koulibaly, I mean, come on, Napoli's in the race for the Scudetto even after their trip up against Fiorentina. He led them to that hot start to the year where they like barely conceded goals and were just killing it. So yeah, Koulibaly. Can you imagine a center back pairing between Van Dijk and Koulibaly?
That would be I think that would be the best center back duo in the world. Like my team's doing a good job, but let's imagine Koulibaly. Oh my days.
Yeah, and I love your shout of Hincapie because I was not expecting him. Injuries have played its part for all of Bayer Leverkusen, but I was not expecting him to come in and have even an impact yet on Leverkusen, and they really like what they see with him. And hey, another Ecuadorian, man. That young Ecuadorian team really excites me. I hope I don't, regret it in the future, but I'm going to back them pretty hard this year.
There's a couple of shouts to do. We'll do it. So at the right, I'm going to go with the only Qatar player. And it's because they're ties to Portugal. No, I'm joking. It's because he's one of the best players of Qatar. And that was like the slot in the team that I feel was the weakest. And Pedro Miguel is my choice, okay, for the right back slot, and he'll surprise a lot of people because I think he's going to be one of the top 3 players for Qatar next to Akram Afif. Pedro Miguel at the right back spot. So I went bold with that.
And you're right. When we do this after Group A is all written in stone and all the results are played, there will be a Qatari player or two likely in this best 11. But you and I haven't really been able to watch them as much. So maybe it is Pedro Miguel. But I couldn't find my way past Denzel Dumfries. Okay. I just couldn't find my way past him.
Yes.
He had his coming out party in a good way in the Euros, and I think he's going to continue his rise, even if it maybe has cooled down some. But again, he's in a Scudetto race, and I'm here for it. I like a whole lot about him. There's a whole lot more to improve, but I'm not Mr. Scout. I just really, really enjoy his game and the big leap that he's made in the last year and a half. So my right back's Denzel Dumfries.
I agree with but that's the best one. Yeah, I agree with you. But let's go with the midfield trio. The first one I picked for the CDM role is Idrissa Gueye from PSG. Solid choice in my opinion because if you need someone at the back and massively underrated for PSG, there's a couple of matches, the Champions League matches that I remember. I was like, he's one of the best, Idrissa Gueye. And I am sure he's going to go with the same energy to the World Cup because, he's got something to prove, and they will. They will. So that's my first shout in midfield, Idrissa Gueye.
Okay. Well, my DM is also Idrissa Gueye.
Okay.
This was hands down for me. In watching the games PSG, he was always focal point. So I don't know if I got to watch him enough amidst the qualifiers to say that he was the exact same influence for them, but I'd be very surprised if he wasn't. This being likely his last World Cup for Senegal, I'm going to say he's going to have a fine one. So Gueye is my DM.
And so let's go with just picking the three midfielders. So Idrissa Gueye, Frankie De Jong. And the other one was the one I was on the fence, but I'm going to go with Steven Bergwijn. Excellent transfer from Feyenoord to Ajax. It's really working out. He's got 7 league goals and 8 assists. So for me, 30-year-old Steven Bergwijn, one of the best players for Ajax and Netherlands. That's my trio. That's my trio of midfielders.
I mean, he's been such a shrewd signing for them, in just very, very good. And he plays in that pocket, and I really like that shout. But I'm gonna go differently. I'm gonna go box to box instead of an outright 10 because you got all the firepower up top. I'm gonna say my DM is Idrissa Gueye from Senegal. My next is Frankie De Jong, definitely. And then I have Moises Caicedo from Ecuador. I told you'd hear him later.
I like it.
And he just got his first Premier League start, but we've been following him for a while. I remember when he made the move over. I was initially pretty annoyed that he was going to Brighton, especially when Brighton sent him on loan to one of the worst teams in Belgium. That was very quickly null and void. And they brought him back, and I think he's doing the right things to show that he can be huge. But you have to think about it this way: Argentina and Brazil. Okay, great. They were the first 2 that qualified. Ecuador, they rode a hot start, and a lot of that was because of Caicedo's form. And he is just great in that midfield, alongside Carlos Gruezo, who's a former MLS player for FC Dallas. Who's in the Bundesliga. So Caicedo is one that I think you take Caicedo now. I said it before. He's great. You take him 7 months from now. I think he's going to really turn some heads in Group A. So Idrissa Gueye, Frankie De Jong, Moises Caicedo.
I like it. He's Moises Caicedo, and his stock is going to go up. That's a great show. Oh, yeah. Great show. So our front 3. Let's go. I think we had the same front 3, but let's see. We never know. Front 3 of Group A, I go with Sadio Mane at the left. At the 4s, I go with Memphis Depay. And at the right, I go with Ismail Sarr. That's my front trio of Group A. What's yours?
Done. I don't know what I just did with this. Whatever I'm doing with my hands.
You agree?
But no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
That's
Um,
for me a shout. I gotta say the Ecuador. I think you're gonna like this. Is Jeremy Sarmiento, because I
yeah,
was shocked when I saw like his name in Ecuador because he was previously at England
he
national
was.
team youngster, and he's at Brighton too, right?
He is at Brighton. Was he previously at Benfica too?
Yes, I watched him at Benfica under
Wow.
19s. He was a
He's
winger at
still
the time. So
wow. And
excellent. He's good. He's
yeah,
good. Good development. Watch out for him, Jeremy Sarmiento, because he had that confidence in Benfica. He had that.
absolutely.
He had that. He knew he was destined for big heights, and
Yeah.
he's going to be going to the World Cup. So and last shout, like you'll know more on him, Byron Castillo, right back.
Mhm.
Like, because I was like, who's my right back? Right back type beats, and Dumfries should have been my choice, but Pedro Miguel and Byron Castillo was the other right back that I feel
Yeah.
maybe he could surprise some people. He
Yeah,
could
no,
sur-
I like him as well, and but I think when you have Sadio Mane, you have Memphis Depay
Mhm.
and Ismail Assar. Yeah, Steven Bergwijn could be up there.
True.
There's a bunch of names, obviously, with the Dutch. Daniel Malen, Myron Boadu, if he makes the trip. I mean, there's
Mhm.
quite a few, but that attack doesn't scare me as much as it used to when Boadu was scoring a whole bunch of goals for AZ Alkmaar.
True.
Or wait, I'm sorry. Was it? Yeah,
Boadu, Cody
yeah,
Gakpo is yes, but Boadu was at Alkmaar. Yeah. Now he's at
yeah.
Monaco, but yes, I
Right,
agree
right,
with
right.
you. You at the,
It was Mullen was at PSV.
yes.
So yeah, I couldn't get past it. But the other one you're leaving out, you mentioned him previously. I believe Qatar's top scorer is
Mhm.
going to be Akram Afif.
Yep.
He has shown a knack for putting it in the net, and the only reason he's not up there is because Depay, Mane, and Sarr.
And
Um,
Cody Gakpo too is like the
yeah,
guy that
Gakpo.
I'd be like, So our lineups, I'm gonna steal Dumfries, man. Sorry, I'm gonna steal a
Okay.
player. I'm gonna. So, could you announce your lineup and then I announce my lineup?
Sure. So for Group A, we'll call this like what the preseason best 11.
Yes.
World Cup Group A. Goalkeeper from the back, I've got Edouard Mendy.
Mm-hmm.
At the left back, I've got Pervis Estupinan from Ecuador. The two center backs, Kalidou Koulibaly and Virgil van Dijk. Right back is Denzel Dumfries. My DM in midfield is Idrissa Gueye. And then I've got Frankie de Jong and Moises Caicedo from Ecuador in there as well. And then up front, left wing, Sadio Mane. Up top, Memphis Depay. And right wing, Ismail Assar, Senegalese Bombers. I love it. That's mine, 11.
So my best 11 of Group A has Edouard Mendy in goal, Salius Cisse at the left, Koulibaly and Virgil van Dijk in the center back duo, and at the right, Dumfries. But that shout out to Pedro Miguel. In the midfield, I'm gonna say Idrissa Gueye, Frankie de Jong, and Steven Berghuis from Ajax and the Netherlands. And the
Nice.
last is the front trio with Sadio Mane, Depay, and Ismail Sarr. So people, if there's any player that we missed out and you're like, you should have him in that best 11 of Group A, please put down below in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video and go bold.